Yo, what's up, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. So today's story time is about the same friend in the last story time I told, and this story takes place just a few months after that story as well. Now, my friend that I was hanging out with at the time was a little bit older than me, about 2 years older than me to be specific, and he was always trying to prove himself to people he didn't really need to prove himself to. For example, around this time, he started hanging out with these new kids, and they were older than me, about his age, and they were into some really, really fucked up stuff. Like, they experimented with all types of drugs. I heard stories that one of the kids in the group would, like, rob cars and shit for money, stuff like that. Just overall, didn't seem like the best crowd for him to be hanging out with. Plus, didn't mention this, his dad is a cop. So when you make friends like that and you're getting into shit like that, it's kind of just a recipe for disaster, right? So my friend stopped hanging out with me as much and just started hanging out with them. And I was like, whatever, man, I can't do anything about it. I'm going to let him go do whatever he wants. And then the day came where I get a knock on my door, and I answer it, and I see my friend's dad in his police uniform giving me a death stare. And immediately in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I just said hi. I was like, hey, what's up? What's going on? And he's just like, you know what's going on. And I was like, no, I actually really don't. And he goes, when's the last time you talked to my son? I was like, probably a month ago. He's been hanging out with other people recently. I haven't really talked to him. And he's like, that's bullshit, and you know it, Austin. I found something in my son's backpack last night, and he told me you sold it to him. Now, immediately in my head, I was thinking he was talking about weed or something. But I was like, no, I didn't sell him anything. I don't even know what he had in his backpack. I haven't even talked to him in like a month. And he's like, Austin, come on, be honest with me, man. I can tell when someone's lying. And I was like, I'm being honest with you. I haven't sold him anything. I don't sell anything. What even was it in his backpack? And he's like, it was coke. And that's when I was like, whoa, okay, calm down for a second. You really think that me, would sell your son coke? For as long as you've known me, and to know that I don't do that type of shit, you really think that that's what I would sell your son? And he's like, Austin, where's your mom? I was like, she's in her room. You want me to go get her? Because this is BS. Like, you know that I haven't sold your son anything. You've known me for so long. He's like, I want to talk to your mom. I'm like, okay. So I told my mom to go talk to him. I was like, yeah, he's accusing me of selling him cocaine. Yeah, I know. And like her face was like, what? I was like, yeah, I know. It's bullshit. Just, yeah, go talk to him. And I was young at the time. I was pretty damn young. I was like early teens. So to accuse your son's youngest friend of selling him something as serious as coke after you know you haven't even seen him in like a month, like, it's just bullshit. So anyway, my mom went out there and started talking to him, and I guess his dad told her the entire story and how he, like, told his dad that it was me and how it happened and, like, all these details about me. And my mom bought it. Like, she actually believed that I had the fucking potential to be slinging coke to people. So she turns around and she goes, Austin, is this true? I'm like, no, it's not true. You really think that I would sell fucking coke to someone? And she's like, I don't know. I don't know who to believe. And my friend's dad goes, look, I'm not going to pursue this any farther if he goes and gets help with my son. And she's like, what do you mean help? And he goes, it's this place where they send kids that are being bad or, you know, need guidance. It's like a group home kind of thing for a couple of weeks. And they put him through a course about how serious drugs are, stuff like that, and how serious this is and crime. And my mom is like nodding her head, like considering it. And I look at her, I'm like, Mom, are you serious? You're really about to send me to like a camp for kids that like are horrible people and drug dealers? You really think I'm gonna fit in there? And she's like, I don't know who to believe. And then she basically ends up telling him that she's gonna call him back tomorrow and that she's really considering it, right? And then she fucking grounds me. At the time, she was still able to ground me. I was young enough. And she tells me after he leaves that she's gonna do it. So at this point, I'm like, fuck, I am so fucked. I'm literally about to get sent to like a kid jail. And it's so shitty. Like, this isn't the first time I've been accused of stuff like this. And it wouldn't even be the first time I've been to a place like that. It's not the exact same place, but, like, I just didn't want to go back to a place like that where, like, you know, you're, like, locked down like that and you don't fit in. It's shitty. So I was like, okay, I need to think of something to do. Like, I need to find out who did this, and I need to do my own detective work and fucking prove to this dude that I didn't do it, so he leaves me the fuck alone, and so that he, like, trusts me over his stupid son's lie, and my mom will, too, and I don't have to go to a fucking, you know, jail for kids. So that's what I did. I fucking got on my phone, found the names of all the people that my friend had been hanging out with recently, and I started texting them all one by one, just being like, hey, man, like, why the fuck did you sell him that stuff? What the fuck? Just trying to see if one of them would react and kind of admit to it, which is honestly a horrible idea, and I hope none of you are ever in a situation even similar to this. because like that's just not how to handle it. But I didn't know what to do, so I did that. But somehow, some way, it fucking worked. I got a reply from one of the dudes, and he was like, "Shut the fuck up. Who the fuck is this? You don't know anything about me. None of my business. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care which one of your homies got shit from me and got in trouble. That's his fucking fault for buying it." And that was all I needed. He admitted to selling my friend something. So immediately, I called my friend's dad. He's like, "Hello?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is Austin. Remember how you just came to my house accusing me of selling your son something? Your son lied to you. I'm texting you the proof right now." And I texted it through with the person's name and number. And I was like, "Yeah, that's who it was." He admitted to it right there in that text message. "Don't ever accuse me of something again, and your son's a liar." And he goes, "I'm going to come back over." And I was like, "Okay." And he did. He came over, and he just apologized to me and my mom for accusing me of that. And thank fuck I actually did something about it, because like I would have had to go to this like basically like a camp for bad kids and fucking stay there for 2 weeks and get talked to and, you know, lectured about shit that I wasn't even doing. But yeah, after my friend's dad apologized to me, my mom apologized to me as well. She's like, "I'm so sorry. Like, I can't even believe I even thought to believe that. Like, you obviously would never do something like that. I'm sorry." I was like, "Yeah, it's all good. I'm glad that I showed you that I wasn't lying." But yeah, after that, my friend's dad left. I was completely out of trouble, and everything was okay. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the story of how I lost one of my friends because he lied about me and said that I sold him cocaine. And yeah, I would never do that. I guess moral of the story is, I don't know. Just don't hang around with people you can't seem to trust. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did enjoy it. Leave your stories in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.